Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yahanna presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed the year for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to I would step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
No sweat. I get on 2 seconds. Stand by for me, Israel. All right. All right. You say you gonna grab the lighter? All right, solid. No sweat. All right, just go and clap it up then. We're gonna clap it up. All right. Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, out of the 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. You understand, we're not affiliated with no, fake Hebrew Israelite groups or Christian organizations or any of our black leaders or black organizations that have, made promises and decided to, join our white society and join our oppressors and join our slave masters and join our people to our slave masters. You understand, tonight, Precinct Officer of 1,000 Barak. I got Precinct Officer of 1,000 Bakwashi with me, rocking and rolling. You understand? Y'all getting online. Go ahead and get your attendance in. The link is in the chat. Go and get your attendance in. You understand? Make sure that you put down your name, your city, where you checking in from. If you got any questions, any comments, any questions you need answered in tonight's class, we do our best to get around to them. So with that, y'all about to a thumb to all of the brothers. Yahweh Shemala thumb about a shout to all of the sisters. We rock and rolling tonight, Washington, D.C., I.S.U.P.K, Washington, D.C., Monday night history class. You see the topic that's on there. Once again, make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all share in the stream. You see the topic that's on there, the water. You see the topic that's on there. Tonight, we're going to go into black leaders who've been whitewashed, black leaders who absolutely stopped the movement of the revolution, who absolutely stopped the movement of black resistance, black and Hispanic and indigenous resistance, and quieted the people, made us docile, made us become absolutely comfortable with the life that we have here, had us begging for civil rights from an uncivil people. You understand? We going into all of those black leaders. One of these lights that went out. We going into all of these black leaders, you understand, and really just exposing how important it is to make sure you're following the right guidance, make sure you're following the right leadership. As you know, inside of our records, we have examples of both. We got examples of sellout black leaders who led our people astray. We got examples of what happened when we was led astray. What's the one in the Apocrypha when it was it I think it's in the book of Maccabees, if I'm correct. It was in the book of Maccabees. You had one group that went this way, and them brothers and sisters died. They didn't fight. And you had, what was that again? That was right, the Maccabees of rebellion. You understand? It's a great historical event that's recorded in the Bible for our learning, as it says in what the book of Timothy, where it says that our scriptures, these records that's inside of the Bible, this was meant for our learning. Right? Before we go any further, hold on for a second. Let's go ahead and get let's get these this torch lit up, the Lord's chariots right quick. You know I got to. Once again, big shout out to Officer Bakwash. Give him a hand. You always gonna get give him a hand, right? Don't get scared. Right? We live on the TikTok tonight as well. Y'all go and check out the TikTok, I.S.U.P.K, Washington, D.C. We live on the TikTok as well, man. I.S.U.P.K, Washington, D.C. You understand? Y'all want to check us out on the TikTok, share the stream and like as well. That's what we going in tonight. Y'all didn't get the topic on TikTok. Tonight, we going into whitewashed black leaders. You understand? Leaders that just failed us. Leaders that walked us astray. You understand? Pimps in the suits. We're going to get into it. Get these chariots up first. You understand? Follow our culture. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got in here. Right? We're going to get into it in 2 seconds. We got any questions online yet? Before we get moving. No questions online yet? No sweat. As General Muhammad said, I guess they know the Bible. I guess they know everything. Ain't no sweat. All right. All right, so we're going to get it rocking and rolling. Right? We going into, once again, whitewashed black leaders and how important it is to make sure that you have the right and proper guidance. Leadership is so important. It could make or break you. It could lead you to a ditch. And you, as you start to look at the scriptures and compare them to our reality, you cannot tell me that our leaders have not failed us. You cannot tell me that Martin Luther King did his job. You cannot tell me that Jesse Jackson did his job. You cannot tell me that Malcolm X did his job. You can't tell me that Al Sharpton did his job. You can't tell me that TD, Mike in his mouth Jakes, have you ever been swallowed Jakes, ever did his job. You can't tell me that our celebrities did their job besides entertaining. These are the difference. When it comes down to pastors, you have to understand that P for pastors really stands for politicians. That's what that P really stands for when you look at these modern day pastors. that carry on our oppressors' religion. Black people have to really remove your emotion. Remove the fact that your granddaddy and your grandmama were pastors and first lady. Take your family attachment off of it and just really look at what Christianity has gotten us. Really look at what dream catchers and zodiac signs, burning crystals and burning sage to get rid of the energy in the room has gotten us. None of these things have lowered the crime rate within the Black community. You got a church. If you from the hood, the projects, the barrios, you got a church on every corner inside your neighborhood. The very same neighborhoods that is riddled with bullets. The very same neighborhoods where your houses are getting torn down. The very same neighborhoods where other races of people have businesses set up in your neighborhoods and around the corners, liquor stores in oppressed neighborhoods, Chinese restaurants. They give you the chicken fried rice and the with the mumbo sauce owned by the Chinese, and that $1 circulating back into the community. And you mean to tell me that our leaders that have been around are getting praised during Black History Month? Is that all we known for? Is that what our history is about? How come we never learned about the details about Nat Turner? How come we never learned the details about brothers and sisters who stood up against white oppression and never decided to join? You want no damn rainbow coalition? The I.S.U.P.K, we follow the Bible. Christ wasn't trying to get no rainbow coalition. He don't want no damn white Romans following him. Christ went out there to get his brothers and his sisters. And that's what the Bible says. That's what a righteous leader can obviously see. And if I'm wrong, look at every race of people across this earth and you tell me I'm wrong. Why the East Indians got an East Indian that leads them? Why does the Ethiopians got an Ethiopian that leads them? Why does the Arabs got an Arab that leads them? Why does the white man got a white man that leads them? And then you look at Blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians, we at the bottom of the totem pole. We got politicians that's trying to follow and get into the politics of the white man's game, of our oppressors' game. You want to stand alone, you got to have something that's your own. And little do Black people know the thing that's your own is the Bible. Those are your records. Those are your forefathers and your foremothers. This is our family. This is the family tree. But Black leaders failed to teach us that the greatest book that has stood the test of times, that belongs to us, that does not belong to everybody. Black leaders failed, absolutely failed at doing their job. That is why our sisters are still aborting their babies by the hundreds of thousands a year. Instead of teaching Black women how to carry themselves, how to have some class, how to choose a proper man, because the father is not in the house. The Christian church didn't help the father get back in the house. These religions don't help the relationship, don't help the marriage. These is examples on how it is that our leaders absolutely failed us. Where's the Black businesses? Where is it? Before the civil rights movement, before your Martin Luther King, before your Jesse Jackson, Jesse set up Jackson, before all of these sellouts opened their mouth, we had 191 historical Black colleges that was founded before the civil rights movement. How many we got now? We had Black businesses, Black towns, Black banks. You should turn your eye at these leaders who were put in front of us to give some sort of credit to. How? When we had banks, do you know what it's like to have a Black bank? That means you get to choose your interest rate. That means you get to talk to another brother or sister who understands the poverty within your neighborhood, who understands the unequal rights that other banks is giving them. If you have your own banks, if you have your own loan offices, if you have your own insurances, this is what is able to stabilize the people. But our leaders turned us into beggars. Martin Luther King turned us to beg to the white man and the white woman. How, in what mind do you say to yourself, my child got punched in the face, go hug him anyway? In what world does this exist? In what world do you go and make amends with your slave master? These Black leaders and these celebrities are not revolutionaries. They do not want a revolution. They do not want Black people to arise. They don't want us to be in charge of nothing. They just wanted us to be treated civilly. And with trying to be treated civilly from an uncivil people, We're trying to reason with the people you cannot reason with. You trying to reason with the people who looks for no reason, for any reason to destroy you. This is the mindset. All that Dr. Martin Luther King, his doctor behind didn't have not one certificate that told him there ain't no joining this oppressor. In what mind would you sit here and try to tell your people, let's join America. Let's make a change within America. What change does black people need to make within America? You tell me. What change do the Latinos need to make in America? We built this thinking behind kingdom, but yet we're the ones that need to make a change. We're the ones that have to go through all of this oppression. Blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, get everything stolen from us, get the land stolen from us, get our homes stolen from us, raise our bills out of our neck, work us like a mule. And then we also got to be the ones to get slapped around and then say, yes, sir, boss, and looking to be equal. Damn the ideology of these black leaders. I don't want to be equal to no white man. I don't think there's one black sister out there that's some equal to a white woman, that's some equal to an Asian, that's some equal to an African. You don't know how great you are. All this equal. You don't know how great you are. If you don't believe me, give me the Asian Beyonce. I'm gonna wait. Just give it to me. Give me the Ethiopian LeBron James. I'll wait. What inventions have these races created that benefited the entire world? Who has always been the cash cows across the earth? Slaves. And not just any slaves, blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. When you look at the cell phone, the stoplight, the automobile, the microwave, the refrigerator, I think the list goes on and on and on. The everyday items. You talk about the cell phone and generational wealth and what was stolen from us so you can really understand the full capacity of the robbery that was committed against black people. When you stole the cell phone from us, T-Mobile is in business because of a black man. Sprint, Verizon, AT&T, Cricket, I don't give a damn, is able to feed their families off of a black invention. We should be sitting on multi-trillionaire enterprises. But black leaders said, let's go make amends and make promises, go make contracts with the white man. Nobody would watch the NBA if it wasn't for black people. Nobody would watch the NBA or the NFL if it wasn't for black people. Nobody would watch the entertainment of sports if it wasn't for black people. We are the greats across this earth in every way, shape, and you can imagine. Every way, shape, and form. And you still see how we're treated. These leaders was blind to our treatment. You thought that love conquers all. How long have we been loving America? You go and you die in the wars. We fought in World War II. We fought in World War I. We fought in Vietnam. We fought in the Korean conflict. We fought and we fought and we fought and we fought and we came home and a rope was wrapped around our necks. We came home and we was treated like garbage. When bullets was flying over our heads in Vietnam, we had to deal with racism from other soldiers. What much love more do you want? We shaved our faces for you. We shaved our heads for you. What more do you want? We sit up straight when we talk to you in your job interviews. We put on your suit and your tie. We follow your regulations and your code of behaviors. We follow compliance, yet you still persecute black people. Yet you still hate the Hispanics. Yet you still oppress the Native American Indians. You come over here and take every single bit of land that belonged to the Native American Indians and your garbage behind, walk them on reservations that can't grow not one crop. Put them on barren land while you reap the benefits of the field. These are the curses that we are faced with, that these black leaders is just ignorant and blind to. None of these movements can ever be stronger than the movement that's in the Bible. None of these movements can ever be stronger than the movement that Christ had. It can never be stronger. You can thank the civil rights leaders for destroying black resistance. Since we started to get some policies and started to get some office and started to get some political power, look at our way of life now. Look at our way of life. Who treats us with decency? Who respects us? Who respects us? Foreigners can come over here. Other immigrants can come over here that's not Latino, that's not the Haitians, can come over here and look down on you, feel smarter than you. How? We are the masterminds behind medical advancement. We were the tools and the experiments. You did the syphilis experiment on us. You what's the word that's called for the woman when they made sure they couldn't have no more babies? You sterilized our woman. You looked at us as eugenics projects, the Negro projects, and wanted to exterminate us. You looked at black people as people that didn't feel pain. You made furniture out of our skin. You made furniture, couches, wallets, hats out of our skin. You think this Donald Trump on the Epstein Island eating babies is something new? You don't know that back in the day, your skin, your flesh, your body parts was in jars on the shelf in gas stations, in stores for people to buy and eat. Your skin. Hold on a second, man.
There is a question online.
Oh, please. I thought I was in my groove. Thank you for bringing me back. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
The question is from Fiery Furnace Finish. Shalom, sir. Can I get a breakdown on Luke 16, 22 through 31? And what does this represent?
Yeah, we can get to it. Why not? Let me see if it's on topic or not. Not on topic?
But it's long, a lot of scriptures.
Okay, we say Luke 16.
Luke chapter 16, 22 through 31.
Give me he wants an in general breakdown of it.
He asks, he wants a breakdown of it, and he asks, what does this represent?
Wants a breakdown of it, and what does it represent? Do me a favor, brother, before we get to those scriptures, because we're gonna scan through. We ain't gonna read all of them for the sake of the time. But tell me what it is exactly you thought from it. Let's start right there. Type into the chat what it is that you thought from it, what you believe it's saying, and we'll address that right there. Right? He said Luke 16. Okay.
16, 22.
All right. Do that first for me, brother. All right. Let's get some scriptures in the Bible. Let's break down these pastors. Let's break down these ignorant black leaders. Let's break down these celebrities that think they can speak on our trauma, think that they can speak on our affliction here inside of this place. The one thing that black people have to understand, and I don't know when black people are going to get it, celebrities have never been the spokesman for anybody's liberation. I don't even know why black people give celebrities so much respect and so much what's the word I'm looking for? So much expectation from an entertainer. Their job is to entertain. Everybody canceling Nicki Minaj. Granted, she about dumb as the day is long for siding with Donald Trump. She's an entertainer. You getting mad at Cardi B going around twerking on robots. She's an entertainer. You might want to start to focus on, obviously, these brains is malfunction. Now we got to focus on the virus. We got to see the virus. We have to see the sickness. Christianity is the worst drug that we have ever been given. That was a drug that wasn't injected into our arms. That was a drug that was injected into our minds. Religion was a drug that was injected into our minds. A white Jesus Christ was a drug that was injected into our minds. When you change the nature of God's words, when you change the likeness of the priests and prophets in the Bible, that is a deliberate drug you are trying to force on me. What does a drug do? It alters your reality. That is what a drug does. It poisons you. And underneath this white image, underneath these religions, underneath these politicians, we're drugged by white philosophy, by Western philosophy. We're drugged. Why does none of our babies, all of us had the paper in elementary school that asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Why does none of our children outside of the I.S.U.P.K, why does none of our children write down, I want to be in charge of everything? Why does it stop there? Why does none of our babies feel like we should run the earth? Why? Why does none of our babies want to take the position of supremacy? White people have been running the earth for how long? And you mean to tell me there's no room, there's no dream of the earth being governed by niggas, by SPICs, by wetbacks, by the people that you believe are the worst, the people that you also want to be like? You got Asians right over there now in the Middle East, over there in China, pop locking, trash, by the way, breakdancing and pop locking and putting a little plastic bowl on their head to try to make their hair an afro. You want to be like us. You want to talk like us. You want to make your music like us. You want to dress like us. You want to battle rap like us, and that is disgusting. I don't even get it. You want to battle rap like us. You want to play sports like us, but you would never trade shoes with us. You would never trade that up to live the life of a nigga. You would never trade that up to be chased around by law enforcement ICE agents at your graduations, in the hospital, while you're trying to go settle a bill. You don't want our life, but yet you want to use and abuse us. This is our conditions that black leaders ignore. There is no joining this society. This society chews us up and spits us out. That's what happens in this society. Let me get the book of Proverbs 29:2. I think I got my introduction out the way. Let's get Proverbs 29:2. We about to dive into this Bible, man. Black resistance has to be reborn. And it was reborn right here in the I.S.U.P.K. We understand how it is to resist our oppressor. We understand how it is to, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that joker going up. We understand how it is to resist our oppressor. We understand how it is to not be a part of this society. We understand what actually cripples America. Little do you know, you might think it's the stock market. You might think it's rumors of war. And all of those things is crippling America. The economy of America is being crippled. You want America to fall overnight. Let there not be one drug transaction in any of our neighborhoods from no black hands. Let black women and black men put down cigarettes, put down blacks capones, not go to the church, right? Open up the doors for our homeless. Let us start feeding one another and taking care of one another, watching each other's children. Let us come up with our own thing. America falls overnight. Mm-hmm. The Black Revolution had failed because we joined white people. That is what Martin Luther King said, that one day black little boys and black little girls and white little boys and white little girls could hold hands. Well, Martin Luther King, that day is came. One day I'm gonna get used to it. Martin Luther King, that day has came. That's what you wanted. You wanted to see our little boys and little girls hold hand with the children of slave masters. Well, your reality, your dream came true. Your dream came true. Now white women believe they're better than black women. Now white men believe that they're better than black men. Now LGBTQ members believe that they better than black men. Now your daughters are trying to be transgender. Go ahead, please, one more time. Now, you got men going inside of the girls' bathroom at your schools. Now your little girl's getting her head beat beside her, beat out of her skull because there's a man boxing her in the ring. Now your sons and daughters got a transgender for a teacher.
Mrs. Man.
Mrs. Man, the water. God damn. Yeah, Mrs. Man is their teacher. You understand? Mr. Woman is the teacher. That's what's happening. Good job, Martin Luther King. You did one hell of a job. Good job, Jesse Jackson. You did one hell of a job. Black woman dye their hair every day. Black woman bleaching their skin. It was a time frame where you had sisters rocking the fro. We don't see no naps or B2Bs up and down the sidewalk no more. How dare you, Martin? I like B2Bs. How dare you, Martin? How dare you, Jesse Jackson? Jesse Jackson had the fro in the beginning. Before or whenever he became a sellout, he had a fro. Ran for office. What he had? Gosh. He had that damn slick back. As soon as that ran for office. Joining this oppressor changes us. You don't believe me? It's in the Bible. We'll pull it maybe later on. What's the scripture? I think it's in what, Jeremiah, that says, why do you seek love? Why do you seek their love or something of that nature? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it instead. Right? Let's get it. Sarah online says you look sassy. Your mama. It is. That said it.
Watch him without ways to seek their love.
Yes, watch him without ways to seek their love. Say you look sassy. If you're not able to tell your oppressor that they're a devil, you're sassy and your man is weak. What they say? DC Hebrew Bama. That's always talk about gays and women when they talk about having anything prepared. I mean, I hear you. If you like LGBTQ, if you like the alphabet community, by all means, just know the alphabet community will always need heterosexuals. You will always need a man like myself to go tear up and down a sister, to have a baby that you can show them the dark side of the rainbow, for them to become a homosexual, for them to become an LGBTQ member like yourself. You can always count on a heterosexual to produce the babies that the alphabet community kidnaps from us to make them their prey, to prey on our babies. You need me. So you better watch your mouth. You need black men and Hispanic men and Native American Indians to shoot the bow and arrow. You need us. You LGBTQ members be getting a little bit too far-fetched by yourself. You want you a boy and you want a boy, you a girl and you want a girl, and you got a sexual deviant on you. You need heterosexuals to go in there and lay down with your mama, to lay down with your sisters, to lay down with your sister cousins. You need heterosexual men. You need strong men to go in there and have them babies, because an LGBTQ member could never do what a heterosexual does. Could never do what a heterosexual does. What you say? You don't have a dog in this fight. Nonetheless, what we was at, trim us thy ways.
Jeremiah 2:33.
Go ahead.
Why trimmest thou way to seek love?
Why trimmest thou ways to seek love? That is what black leaders in our communities have done. Jesse Jackson was against a woman aborting a child, was against a woman, pro-woman choice. He got up there to run for election and turned tail faster than a transgender. Turned tail. Said, I believe I made a mistake. When you're dealing, here's the problem you have to understand about the leaders you choose. When you're dealing with people's lives in your hands, you don't have room to make mistakes. You don't have room to make errors. You don't have room to mess up, because that can cost lives that are following you. And because of Jesse Jackson, after Roe v. Wade, millions of our babies have met their demise before their first breath because of Jesse Jackson. You got brothers and sisters that lost their life honoring some Allah, that lost their life to our actual reality problems. How many Muslims is locked up on the block of our brothers, black men, locked up on the block? How many of our brothers got out wearing the, what they call that hat? Is it a kufi? Wearing that kufi and then got shot the moment you got out of jail. You thought that kufi was going to save you from the black troubles? You thought the kufi was going to save you from our issues that we have as a people? The Arab way will never be our way. And we see that we are not the same the moment you walk up out the cell. You know you're not the same. You think Arabs in your neighborhood is going through what you're going through? You think we have families to rebuild, sons and daughters. We have full-blown issues. We got to teach our daughters, ain't no being no hoe around here. Ain't no showing your front butt. Ain't no showing your cleavage. Ain't no showing your booty crack. Ain't no being out here. Got to tell our sons, we got, I don't see no Arabs. Mind you, they're not the cleanest people in the world at all. But I don't see no, we the ones that have the issues with telling our young men, man, don't sag your pants. We the ones that got to rebuild the brotherhood within our neighborhoods. Let the Arabs worry about the Arabs. But you see, these religions have failed us.
Right.
They don't bring us together. They separate us. These beliefs and they separate us. The Bible, Christ, he wants us to come together. O nation not desired. That's what Christ was teaching. That is the message to be sent. Don't you see how the Babylonians is treating you? Didn't you see that? Didn't you see how the Assyrians was treating you? Didn't you see how the Grecians was treating you? Didn't you see how the Romans was treating you? Didn't you see how the British was treating you? Didn't you see how the Europeans is treating you? Don't you see how the Americans is treating you? Don't you see how all of these heathens is treating you? You ain't recognized yet that you the nation that's not desired. You the nation that everybody hates for no reason without a cause. You the nation of people that have given your life, have given your limbs, have given your youth to build this nation. Don't you understand during convict leasing, when they locked you up for simply standing around, that they used you to build highways, to build 95, to build I-495? Don't you understand that you were used to build Route 1? Prisoners. Don't you understand that you was used to build the fields? Don't you understand that you was the food production on them vegetation plantations? Don't you understand that you was the one that was picking them fruits and them vegetables? But yet, you're the one that's called the criminal. Yet, you're the one that's called the drug dealer. The CIA gets to fly under the radar. The FBI gets to fly under the radar. Donald Trump, a criminal in office right now. The highest ranking member you could be in the United States of America. A criminal, yet you're still the drug dealer. Joe Biden's son, what is it, Hunter? Hunting down that next fix in the White House. We ain't talking about Corey in the house. Hunter in the house, in the Oval, getting dirty nosed, dirty snot bubble. The president of the United States' son, but yet you're the filth. Yet you're the stain on society. And then they say that our issues is our problem. See, look at how y'all are. Look at how y'all treating one another. That all came from violence from other nations. You needed lies, white man, white woman. The murderer of Emmett Till lived a long life because she lied.
Right.
You need lies so that you can live, so that you can sleep at night. You need to lie to yourself. You need to act like you have not been the devil on this earth. That's what you need to float your boat. You need those lies. You need to tell yourself, no, I love black people. I love all people. Meanwhile, your people do not fill the jails. My people does. By your handcuffs, by your drugs, by your planning, by your engineering. Did you tell the Ethiopian woman to kick out the Ethiopian man? Did you tell the Chinese woman to kick out the Chinese man? Did you tell the African woman to kick out the African man and his flies? Did you do that? No, you didn't. You told the black woman to do it. You sterilized the Hispanic woman to not have babies. You put lead paint on our walls that would suffocate us in our sleep. Make us go insane in our sleep. You experimented on us with no medicine. That's what you did. You watched us suffer on camera. That's what you did. You switched our babies in hospitals. That's what you did. But yet you don't think you have any blame. You think you have no guilt. And then you do the worst of the worst. And you set up black leaders to be wolves in our community. To completely be blind. To be blind. You got black people. I ain't even looking at the damn TikTok. I don't know what the comment section say online. But you got black people in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, adult life, got the nerve to come out their mouth talking about a victim mentality. You are a flawless liar. You are flawless. You done convinced the slaves to tell another slave, you got a victim mentality. You need to get rid of that victim mentality. You are just diabolical. You're diabolical. You're the issue on the earth. You're the problem on the earth. You're the rust on the earth. You're the cancer on the earth. You destroy everything. Your greed is never satisfied. Never. You look for the next animal to make extinct. You turn everything that you can usurp authority over.
Right.
You take everything that you can usurp authority over and abuse it. You lock up lions and tigers and elephants. For what? You hang up a board on your damn wall. For what? You want to, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to obliterate a pack of giraffes because I want a new carpet. You are an unsensible people, which is why it makes no sense for us to even deal with you. You're not a good relationship partner. You're terrible. You're toxic. You're toxic. America, you are toxic. Heathens are toxic. Our oppressors are toxic. Their holidays, toxic. Their way of life, toxic. The God of the Bible, who all of you sit here and say, everybody swings around the Bible. Everybody. In there, the Most High created two sexes, male and female. It's over 50 damn sexes now. It's over 50 sexes. You're so toxic. You got cities in America black people got to be cautious of because you done turned us out. You can't go to Atlanta. You cannot go to Atlanta. It made me drop my pen. You can't go to Atlanta. You can't. Where's some more? You can't go to DuPont Circle right here in Maryland. You can't go to DuPont. You can't go to TD Jakes Church. He has more microphones than the damn microphone industry. All of them to go in his mouth. Where can we go? Where your destruction, your philosophy, your doctrine, and your way of life has not entered its way into our communities. Where can we go? The only place you can go, and you can call it cliche all you want, the only place you can go is into the doors of any Israelite school of universal practical knowledge with an address that falls underneath Commanding General Yahanna. That is the only place that you could go. That's the only place that you could go. I could care less about lying to you. I ain't your Jesse Jackson. I'm not getting a slick back anytime soon. I like my head rough. Salakia, Paul. Salakia, the wine must be. You understand? I like the course of my head rough because you're killing me. You understand? I'm not getting a slick back no time soon. I'm not getting a perm no time. I could care less at lying to you. The priests and prophets in the Bible, we not under the guise of wanting your money, of wanting your support for the next election. Your vote could mean nothing. Christ is in charge. Your vote could mean nothing. Commanding General Yahanna is the man that the Lord chose. Your vote could mean nothing. Our leader is not Hay. Our leader is not a drug dealer. He's not a low-key abuser. You understand? He's not flying under the radar. You understand? Our leader follows the rules and the regulations and has the heart that follows after the heart of the Most High, that has a mind that follows after the mind of the Most High. These leaders, if I'm lying, look at their fruit.
Right.
Just look at their fruits. Who are we going to follow? Dwayne Wade? He has a daughter. He has please.
I'll say it again.
Who are we going to follow? Dwayne Wade? He has a he has a son. We're going to follow Gabriella Union, Raven Simone, Magic Johnson. Have you seen that boy? He is a 7-foot soft man.
Monstrosity.
He's a monstrous softy. That's who we're going to follow? She. Who are we going to follow? What do we go? Martin Luther King? Him? He like white women. We're going to follow Umar? When it's time for class, where are we going to go? He ain't got a building yet. Who are we going to follow? Jesse Jackson? The Black Panthers? The Rainbow Coalition? The Lion's Mane? All of these groups have failed. All of them have failed. All of them have failed us. Let's get into this Bible, man. Let's get into this Bible. Give me Proverbs 29:2. Right? That first scripture, what was that? Jeremiah?
Jeremiah 2.
That was Jeremiah 2:33. Black people, this society wants us to change our ways, wants us to ignore our struggle. And when we do that, we are trimming who we are. We getting rid of all the soul. You realize it's trickled down from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s to the 2010s to the 2020s. It's trickled down. Nobody's saying soul brother no more. soul sister, no more. Because the white man made sure to rip the soul out of us, out of our music. You know how much music means to us, black people? Y'all know how much music means to us? I know for myself, I'm a music man myself. I'm a music man myself. Y'all ever scroll past me driving, mind your business, because I'm in my groove. Mind your business or get with it, because I'm in my groove. Black people love music. The white man said, the hell with that. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. The white man, Adam 22, wants you to watch Crip Mac. He wants you to watch Kodak Black stuck on every drug that you could possibly see and possibly imagine.
I guess so.
I guess so. Let me drive the boat. Our brothers and sisters need help. You looking at celebrities and black leaders who need help. They need help. They need healing. You want to see a black man that's healed? You see a black man that took back his masculinity. You want to see a black man that's healed? You see a black man that recognizes who is his family and who is not his family. You want a black man to keep to get an example of, you got to go look at our king. You got to go look at Christ. He ain't hold hands with no damn white Romans. He was up in there making sure he was following the orders he was given. These black leaders, they get their, they get their orders from white men and white women. That's who these churches get their orders from. That's who these pastors get their orders from. You looking left and right in your church and you seeing thousands and thousands of people. That's because these pastors, they know how to lure you to sleep. That's why you're behind. They talk about a revolution your entire life. You ain't talk about a revolution your entire life. You had Olympians. What's the brother name? Got up there, held his fist up. Forget his name. Now, what are our Olympians doing? Now, what we so worried about? We worried about the sport? You more worried. You got more ambition for your team to get a ring than to get up there and to fight for our struggle. The most Black History Month you get on the NBA television show is their warm-up shirts. And then they take it off and go play the white man's game. We don't got no revolutionary leaders in the black community. It doesn't exist, please.
Tommy Smith and John Carlos.
Tommy Smith and John Carlos. Why you don't know their names? Why don't we don't know their names? Why don't we know about them? Why we don't know about Tommy? You said the other one name?
John Carlos.
Why we don't know about Tommy and John? Brothers that went up there in front of the world, the Olympics, every race on the earth is involved. What happened to those type of black men? Please.
They lost their careers after that.
And they lost their careers after that. They lost their careers. Who are you going to follow? Kyrie Irving? Kanye West? Nick Cannon? That's who you're going to follow? Deshaun Jackson? That's who we're going to follow. When the fine came up, they turned tail. The I.S.U.P.K, we ain't turning for nothing. I don't get it. I don't even understand it. I haven't imagined a life where we would ever stop calling our oppressor the devil. That alternative universe don't even exist in the Avengers. Doctor Strange, he knows that that's not even changing. It's not changing. I can't imagine a life where my mouth is closed away from calling the slave master a devil. Never. Absolutely never. Right? Let's get I think the scripture I called was Proverbs 29:2. The scripture I need is Proverbs 29:2. We going into the Bible and have to understand our leadership. Our leadership destroyed us. Our leadership destroys us to this day. And it's building a future for us that keeps us at the bottom, that keeps us in survival mode. Please.
It's like, if I could, when you was bringing up Kyrie Irving, when he got suspended and he had to apologize to come back.
Yep.
There was a couple of Jews that wanted to protest him, and what they did to protest him was they bought floor seats, and whenever he came close to them, they like jeered at him, like looking at him like angrily.
Wow.
But these people paid over $4,000 a seat just to look at him angrily as a form of protest. That describes who they are and who we are.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not spending no money to look at you angrily.
That's a lot. It's a weak ass revolution. That's a lot. That's weak. You understand? That's just weak, and it's halfway gay. White man always finds a way to just do something that's gay. Who thinks about cutting off a man's nuts? Who says, you know what? The guy hates you. Pull your pants down. Who thinks about that? You talking about the Bible said, I will move you to anger with the people who is not a people. And as I look at white people's history and today, present, nobody else does what you do. You're a cannibal. You're eating people and drinking blood. Black people, only red thing we drink is Kool-Aid. We knock down some Kool-Aid. We get a cold drink and we call it a day. They up in there toasting type A. They up there toasting John Henry's left ankle. That's a fetish that white people have. They call it exquisite meat. Pause. They call it exquisite meat. Eating the brains of slaves. This is literal history. White people, surely, I absolutely agree with why the Lord made you. The Lord, you didn't get made in no lab, like some crackheads and drug addicts want to tell you, try to put out there. You wasn't made in no lab. You've been disgusting since not only since the garden, but you've been disgusting since what's old boy named Esau? Since Esau. Yes, Esau traded his birthright for blood soup. You think you're not the descendants of Esau, of Edomites? You eat steaks, rare. You do that. You eat meat with all of the blood in it. You do that. And you're not Esau's brethren? You're not Esau's kinsman? Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are absolutely Esau's descendants. You're just as disgusting. You're just as foul. You the real ratchet one on this earth, to be real with you. You the real ratchet one on this earth. You want to see a white man get ratchet, just pull him over. Pull him over and dare to tell him his rights. He's going to tell you. Dare to try to put handcuffs on a white man or a white woman. And look at you like you crazy. You the real ratchet one. You the one that really ain't got no self-control. You the one that really don't got no damn, that don't respect your own laws. You're the one that don't respect your laws. You're the worst one. You write the laws. You write the laws and you break them. You write them and you break them. You just confused as the day is long. You don't know what to do with yourself. That TikTok messing up on me. Come on now. Stop your nonsense. Salagi, y'all bear with me for 2 seconds. There it is. Right? Let's get some of this Bible right quick. Let me get Proverbs 22 and 29 and 2.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2.
Ooh-wee.
When the righteous are in authority.
Say it again.
When the righteous are in authority.
Say it one more time.
When the righteous are in authority.
This is the Bible speaking, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bible speaking, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. What does it say?
When the righteous are in authority.
What happens?
The people rejoice.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The people would have a sane mind. We would not be bonked out of our heads. We would not be out here acting wicked. We wouldn't be out here acting evil. We wouldn't be out here committing no violence. We wouldn't be out here committing no crimes when the righteous is in authority. But this is what happens when the righteous is not in authority. Go ahead.
But when the wicked beareth rule.
But when who?
The wicked beareth rule.
But what happens?
The people mourn.
What happens?
The people mourn.
So when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Who rules over us right now? You want to know why it is that we mourn? Like the Bible just said, when the wicked is in authority, we mourn. We mourn because our leadership is not righteous. If you are black and hate life right now, if you hate what our community is, if you hate what the neighborhood looks like, if you hate the school system, if you hate the teachers, if you hate the education, if you hate the pay rate, if you hate the restaurant, if you hate the job titles, it just told you, when the people mourn, a wicked man is in charge. Our leadership has failed us. We mourn because our leadership is not righteous. We were mourning during the civil rights movement because our leadership was not righteous. We mourn our babies today. Tamir Rice, Orlando Castile, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Orlando, give me some more. Breonna Taylor, Tatiana Jefferson. We mourn because our leadership is not righteous. These pastors are not righteous. We are hungry because our leadership is not righteous. We are homeless because our leadership is not righteous. If Commanding General Yahanna was in charge, if Moses had all the power in the world, when Christ's kingdom come, our brothers and sisters will be homeless no more. That's leadership. When Christ's kingdoms come, our brothers and sisters will no longer be on drugs. That's righteous leadership. When Christ's kingdom, our young daughters will not be hoes, will not be on OnlyFans, will not be selling their body. That is righteous leadership. In Christ's kingdom, you're going to work out your marriage. I promise you that much. You're going to work out your marriage. You're going to choose the right man. You're going to choose the right sisters. And there's going to be a whole lot to choose from. It's going to be a whole lot to choose from because that's righteous leadership. You will never have to deal with your babies catching a stray any longer. All of these things happen because we have terrible leadership. Our leadership is not righteous. Give me Isaiah 9:16. We're going to flow down. I'm getting through these scriptures one way or another. We're going to flow down one way or another. We're going to get through these scriptures. You understand? That's why we destroy. This ain't conspiracy. I could give two damns about trying to get you interested in some conspiracy, brother, and look into your third eye, brother.
The chakras are aligned.
The chakras is aligned, brother. I could give two damns about aligning anything of your chakras. Once again, the I.S.U.P.K, the real what they call it? The I.S.U.P.K, that's an antonym. What they call it? When you have a word for each, you know what I'm trying to say. We are not the LGBTQ. We don't want to align we don't want to align none of your chakras. We got nothing to do with that. We get in line in March with the brothers. You do some boots on. You're just lying in one of these seats in class. But we don't care about opening your third eye, brother. we don't care about, you and your pyramid schemes. We don't care about none of that, right? What's the Bible say?
Isaiah chapter
9:16.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16.
Go ahead.
For the leaders of this people.
For the who?
Leaders of this people.
For the leaders of this people. Who was this people? The Bible from Genesis to Revelations is talking about us. The leaders of us, go ahead.
Cause them to err.
What they cause?
Cause them to err.
You telling me that they're the reason? What they do?
Cause them to err.
The Bible says the leaders of this people cause us to err, cause us to error, cause us to have problems, cause us to be ridiculous, cause us to be wicked, cause us to be evil. When you look at a child, y'all know how it goes. Your child acting up in school, eventually the child's pattern continues. They contact the parents because something must be going on at home with the leaders. You got an issue with black people robbing each other. You got an issue with black people taking each other's lives. You got an issue with your daughter being a hoe. You got an issue with your son being a hoe and just moving around, not smart, throwing himself around. You got an issue with being left. You got an issue with being abandoned. You got an issue with abortion. You got an issue with this. You got an issue with that. It's because of our leadership. How do you know? In the I.S.U.P.K, babies live.
Right.
We're not aired. Breath comes from the babies that come out of our sisters' wombs. Breath comes. Our sons and daughters is no longer on drugs. We've raised and put the spirit and rebirth, put a new breath. The same way Adam received that breath of life, brothers and sisters came in here and could breathe again. Came in here and their lungs was no longer blackened from the white man's drugs, was no longer blackened from the white man's philosophies. Brothers and sisters came in here and became literally new. Facial hair grew out, your hair growing, brothers in here getting bigger, getting stronger, sisters in here gaining respect for themselves, gaining compassion for themselves, learning how to be a lady.
Mm-hmm.
We really embody classy, not trashy. We do that in here. Got the brothers in here being masculine. Ain't no brother in here talking about something. I'm not gay no more. That we not dealing with that up in there. That's in them churches. Your drummer boy is beating the heck out that drum. Crack all out. Crack all out while they beating the hell out that drum. We don't deal with those things in here. We don't do that. The leaders of this people cause us to err. Let me get the book of Jeremiah 23. I knew it was coming. Died on me, didn't it? Knew it.
You said second you say Leviticus.
Died on me.
Second you say Leviticus.
Can you put it on there for a quick second? I don't know that literally died. You know how I go. If you don't mind, let me just
Jeremiah
scoot that way.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank the Lord I wrote the thing down, isn't it? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. That's right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1, man. This is what the Lord think about these pastors. This is what the Lord think about black leaders that's out here destroying us, lying to us, leading us astray. You supposed to be protecting us. You were supposed to heal the black community. Since civil rights, now we got YNs. How civil rights did their job? Well, now you calling our babies YNs. But the civil rights movement did their job? Hi. You mind if I get the chart over there? Or on the side? What time we got? 15. I ain't gonna go back live. Yes, sir. Right? You got the civil rights movement, it worked. And get out there and vote. Where on your ballot does it say, you know what? My brothers and my sisters, we gonna mentor our youth and get them up out of that. You know, they not YNs. These is young kings. These is young rulers. What that say on the ballot? Which one of you senators is talking about raising up a young black boy to be a leader, to be a king, to be a prince? Which one of you senators and congressmen is talking about taking our daughters and putting them on the highest scale you could possibly imagine? Which one? No, you go in there and you want to get down with the white man's game. You go in there, you ain't looking at healing none of us. You online, you got a platform all day long. You know how many people watch LeBron James? How many people watch Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Kevin Durant's, Kyrie Irving's, Kanye West, Jay-Z's, Beyonce's. You got all the fans in the world. Michael Vick, Michael Jackson, don't matter who. You got all the publicity you could want, which is why the Lord puts the one thing. There's many things, of course, that we respect about the Most High. Don't get me twisted. We respect everything about the Most High.
Damn right.
Everything. But one of them things that I appreciate so much that we recognize inside of this school, the Lord puts the issue right in front of your face. You don't have the luxury of just believing in whatever the hell you want. If I'm lying, I just gave you a list of celebrities. Nobody is a revolutionary. Millions and billions and trillions of dollars, millions and billions and trillions of fans, millions and billions and trillions of an audience, millions and billions and trillions of views. We still destroyed. What leadership? You don't think that the Lord is trying to push you to see the answer clear as day? I know when I found out about the I.S.U.P.K, I knew it was the answer. I knew it. I had watched enough TV. I done seen the movies. I done been walking around. I done seen a few people talk. To this day, I have never met another man on this earth. You got brothers and sisters that was in Esau's military, in our ignorance, in Esau's military, traveled the world, met thousands of people. As any of us in here, we have never met another man like Captain Mashah.
Right.
We've never met another man like General Muhammad.
Right.
We've never met another man like Commanding General Yahanna.
Right.
We've never seen them anywhere. The answer is right in front of your face. You get on these streams and you know damn well you ain't seen nothing like the I.S.U.P.K. You can't compare. Who would you compare us to? Who? We rebuild the black man. We rebuild the black woman. We raise back up our brothers and our sisters. We take back the people that our oppressors try to take away from us. You got brothers and sisters in here that made it successful inside of our oppressor's empire, came in here and used their gift to build us up.
Right.
Use their gift to build us up. Now we got engineers up in here. Right. Now we got doctors up in here. Now we got nurses up in here. We able to actually build a life and get a glimpse at what it's like to just rely on one another. Right. You think it stops there? It's coming soon. Christ's kingdom, we're gonna be using cameras that is all made by black men. All that made in China is going out the window. It's going to be black owned everywhere. Black owned everywhere. When our oppressors is in captivity and is in slavery, serving out their punishment, it won't be made by Esau. It'll be made by Esau for massa. It'll be made by the Ethiopians for master. It's going to be a 4 on there. Ain't going to be no made by, because you're going to build up this kingdom. Or you're going to build it up. You gonna pay every single brick, every single street, every single road. You gonna pay. And it baffles me how there's black men and women out there that don't want the same thing. That's not your fault, bro. That's your leader's fault. You don't know no better. You don't. You should look forward to having a life where everybody has to serve you. That's what you should want, right? I got Jeremiah 23 yet? Let me get that one right quick. I got probably 10 minutes left, if that. What we got? Jeremiah 1 and 2.
23 and 1.
Yep, 23 verse 1.
Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Say it again.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Now, why would the Bible be saying destruction, woe unto the pastors? Why would the Bible be saying that? I thought God was just all love. I thought Martin Luther King was God-given. I thought Jesse Jackson was God-given. What did the scripture say?
Woe unto the pastors.
Go ahead.
It's like it.
Destruction unto the pastors. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Go ahead.
Woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
So what these pastors do?
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. These black leaders, they destroy us and they scatter us. They don't bring us together. They scatter us. They got beef within their own ranks, setting each other up. Informant here, informant there. The voice recordings coming out here, voice recordings coming out there. Everybody want to be in charge. Everybody want to be chiefs and not enough Indians, and it's not enough soldiers. Right? Keep going.
Saith the Lord.
Save the Lord. God said this. Woe unto these pastors, destruction unto these pastors. How dare you? You scattering my flock. In essence, you messing up my family. You in the way. Jesse Jackson, you in the way. Martin Luther King, you just in the way. You destroying us. You're not building black people. You're not having us. How do you know? Black men want white women. Martin, Michael King. Black sisters want white men. You failed, Martin. You failed, Malcolm X. We don't fail in here. The brothers in here would never choose a white woman.
Right.
The brothers in here would never choose a white woman. The sisters in here would never choose a white man. Shalom. You don't get none of this. You get nothing. Keep reading. Verse 2.
Verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel
Mhm.
against the pastors.
The God of who?
God of Israel.
Okay. That's what the Bible said. Go ahead.
Against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock
Uh-huh.
and driven them away,
Mhm.
and have not visited them.
Mm.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord.
That's the Bible. God said, I'm going to check you out. You destroy us. You scatter us. And you go back home to your mansions. Creflo Dollar, you go back home to your Rolls Royces. You go back home and you live delicious. You and Miss First Lady. You go back home and you live delicious while we jammed up out here. The Lord said he gonna come visit you at your mansion. he gonna come visit you in your no nice car. Will you be buying that 3-piece suit and getting that joke tailored? The Lord said he gonna visit you. You understand? Let me get Ezekiel 22. Ezekiel chapter 22. What time we got?
24.
Okay. Enough time. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 26. You understand? These leaders, man, they violate God's laws. They violate the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. They violate us. They got us getting high. Our celebrities and our spokesmen got us getting high. Got us hating one another. Got us not having no love in the community. Got us not having no good music. Got us out here just acting up. They violating the Lord's spirit. Go ahead, please.
Ezekiel chapter 22.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the verse?
Verse 26.
Verse 26.
Uh-huh.
Her priests have violated my law.
The Lord talking about Israel, man. Her priests have violated my law. The Lord saying, man, these pastors, they violating the Lord's laws and commandments. They're telling you can be in the LGBTQ. They're telling you that you can have an alternative lifestyle. Your leaders getting high with you. You violating the Lord's laws. You disrespecting the Most High. You disrespecting our power. You just violating everything that he set up to make us a people, to make us whole, to make us honorable. You violating it. Keep going.
And have profaned mine holy things.
And you profane the holy things. You profane the Most High. You profane the holy things. You profane the Sabbath day. You profane the church. You up in there singing some damn gospel music with a gay choir director, with a homosexual choir director, Salakia, and a homosexual band, and a homosexual choir with homosexuals in the congregation. You just violating the law. You profaning everything. Go ahead.
They have put no difference between the holy and profane.
You ain't put no difference between the holy and the profane. You ain't talked about what God loves, and you ain't talk about what God hates. How do we know? Because the Christian church says hate is a strong word, brothers. You can't use the word hate. The Lord don't hate. You're a damn lie. Go read the book of Romans 9 and 13. Go read for once. Clear as day the Lord hates. But you're just foolish. And you violate the Lord's laws. You wouldn't tell us what's clean and what's not clean. You're a terrible leader. And you know who else didn't tell us what was clean and unclean? The white man. Your religion that doesn't tell us what's clean and unclean unto the Lord, what's holy, what the Lord loves and what the Lord hates, that is a white man's religion. White people made sure that we don't learn anything that's right. We learned everything that's white. And you make sure of that too. Keep going.
Neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean.
And neither have you shown shown the difference between unclean and clean. You ain't showed us what the Lord hates. That's why we eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Once again, all of our problems. That's why we have diabetes. That's why we have chlamydia. That's why we have, that's why your daughter has gonorrhea. That's why the young sister is struggling with HIV. Because you didn't teach us what was clean and unclean. You said your woman could dress how she wants. Your woman dressed how she wanted. And she went out there. And she received every arrow inside of her private areas. And she's unclean now. You didn't teach us what was clean and unclean. You just sat up there screaming the entire service. Lord knows every single one of us hated going to church. All of you. Don't lie. All of us hated going to, and the only reason you was up is because your mama would slap the mess out you if you fell asleep. If you started to doze off. That's it. Moving on. Let me get Matthew 15 and Lord Almighty 14. The book of Matthew, chapter 15. Oh, wait, no, 27. I'm sorry. Give me down 27. 27 got something heavy in there. 26 and 27. Salaki, Ezekiel 22, 26 again to 27. I got to get down to the dishonest part. My favorite part right there.
And have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths.
Go ahead.
I am profane among them.
Go ahead. You profane the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 27.
Uh-huh.
Verse 27. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves ravening the prey to shed blood and to destroy souls to get dishonest gains.
To get what?
Dishonest gains.
These ravishing wolves. You got dishonest gain. Your churches grow because you're dishonest. You got your political position because you're dishonest. Jesse Jackson ran for president because of his dishonest. Martin Luther King got 1 million man march, got 1 million people to walk with him, black people to walk with him for miles because of his dishonesty. Because of his dishonesty. These pastors have dishonest gain. It ain't true. It ain't authentic. Got skeletons in their closet. That's these pastors. What time we got? Running up?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, but our watcher got something.
What we got, all watching?
Hold on, pull.
Okay.
Pulling it up right now.
1
second.
I'm gonna end it off. I got one more scripture and I'm gonna end it off. I got a few more, but I'm gonna end it off with this one. I did good though. I got 90%.
Hold on. There we go. All right, Salakia.
I was like it sounds like a conflict. What it is?
It's a very churchy person praising the Lord.
We are in a jam, my brothers and sisters. We are surely jammed up with these folks here. The Bible and I.S.U.P.K is our only way to get in our King, our Savior, to come back down on this earth and get things straight, turn the upside down back aright. You understand? That's it with that video. Let me just get this last scripture and then we done, if you don't mind. First Maccabees 2:51. This is what a righteous leader looks like. And we're gonna get the other ones another time, Lord allow. I'm gonna leave you off with this one. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 51. And we're gonna rock it out right there and there. Right? You gotta understand that it's time for black people. It's time for us to get up off of this curve. It's time for us. The white man can't kick us in our behinds no more.
First Maccabees 2:51.
2:51. Can't kick us in my behinds no more. Can't be, they're gonna be the devil on the earth, but we can be the righteous on the earth. You know what I'm saying?
It's First Maccabees 2:51.
Go ahead.
Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
The Bible say, call to remembrance the acts that our fathers did in past times. We got to recall to remembrance the acts of our King Christ, the acts of our King David, the acts of our priests and prophets in the Bible. We got to remember how they stood. You got to remember the 7 sons. You got to remember what's the brother name? The 3 brothers that went into the fire.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Give him a hand. That's the leaders you need right there. You heard him just say just now. Them the leaders you need to remember. We stood for the law that's inside that Bible at a point in time. You look at the I.S.U.P.K weird. You look at us as so much different because we are different. And it is weird. It is unnatural that you are now witnessing us rehearse the very same things and have the courage and the boldness to separate out of America's society. You want to join and follow Christ and really follow him and not lie to yourself in that church? You are going to have to make the sacrifice of getting on the side of the fence that is uncomfortable. Over here, Christ said, just know if they hated you, know they hated me first.
Right.
The hatred that we may receive, the Most High loves us for it. It says, call to remembrance the righteous acts that our fathers did. And that's what we do inside the I.S.U.P.K. That is what a righteous leader does. This is what we rehearse inside of here. We remember the honorable men that's spoken of inside of that Bible. We remember the righteous, and we rehearse those very same acts. We call upon that. When we look at what they did, one thing they did was join us, was had us return to our Lord. Nothing that these black leaders have done. You understand? With that, we'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Whitewashed.
Security announcements. We at the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, Salakia, off limits for 6 months, they are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 in Malachi 3, 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew and it's pronounced ma'asher. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation is Purim. This is the 14th and 15th day of the 12th month, which is Monday and Tuesday, March 2nd and 3rd, 2026. You can find us in Esther 9:20 through 31. We're going to be having that here in DC. And and it's going to be a glorious event. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be we're going to learn how the way the sister saved Israel.
That's right.
A sister saved Israel, and she ain't do it by taking up arms. She ain't do it by turkey necking. She ain't do it by twerking. She was a sister. And if you want to get a breakdown on how she did it, come out Monday and Tuesday, and we're gonna break it down. You know what I'm saying? We also have the Lord's 57th annual Passover coming up here in Houston, Texas. It's going to be in Houston, Texas. It's going to be on the 4th, but starting from April 1st all the way up to the 5th, we're going to have a whole week of events. You know what I'm saying? Get down there and see the brothers you haven't seen all year, see the sisters you haven't seen all year, and we're going to have a good time. Remember, this is not a suggestion. This is a commandment. Most High told us to remember the Passover, to observe the Passover.
Right.
And this year is going to be in Houston, Texas. Was it at the BK Ranch?
That's right.
B&H Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
The Passover fee is $200.
That's right.
Anybody 17 years of age and older. And that includes entry to everything that we're having. That's about it. Also, that first day, if you normally travel on that Wednesday, try and be there early because we're kicking off a whole ton of things on that Wednesday. Gonna be a whole ton of things that's going to be happening at the ranch. So get there early, you know what I'm saying, and get involved in these events. Did you have anything?
Just one more time. A definite shout out to our brother, priest and officer Karab.
Right.
May he rise again in power, and we'll see you in the Lord's kingdom.
Right.
That's
see you on them chariots.
Damn right.
Lord allow.
Damn right.
Remind Akim Nakwakim check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you saw wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headbands, a scarf, and with that I say Ma'ajim, which means stand. I want to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Ma'ajim Shabbat, and Ma'ajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yadim Matah. Class dismissed.